Hey there folks, this is GreenXI, welcoming you right back to Let's Play Higurashi. This is episode 56. Last time around we went through chapter 4, well the last two episodes around, and it was all about the barbecue that Irie promised us, and there was a little bit of menacing stuff to do with Satoko and Satoshi, or specifically Satoshi running away or transferring schools, which Keiichi is not allowed to talk about anymore, as he promised me on. How will that turn out? Let's get going. Let's get on to chapter 5. Morning, Keiichi. My, what time did you go to sleep? I did not sleep well last night at all. My mother could tell from a single glance. I had the worst dreams. Nightmares, very ominous dreams, one after the other, again and again. I woke up after each one, but could never even remember a fraction of what they had been about. But it was like those dreams were predicting something unpleasant, and I woke up in a terrible mood. Hey now, every day has been calm and fun before today, right? They only had a bit of an argument, what's wrong with them? Those days should continue on, unchanging. And yet, anxiety was the only emotion growing within me. Why was that? Nightmares reflect your own anxiety, they do. They show an uneasy mind, that which you wouldn't admit to normally. Yesterday, I remembered the ominous conversations about Satoshi I had with Shion, Mion, and Rena. Right. My mind felt like it was in a black fog, because we had talked about that. If I'd lived every day without causing a fuss, my reward would be ever more peaceful days. I understood that, so why did I cause such discord? But now that I thought about it calmly, a simple verbal slip on my part couldn't possibly change the world. No. Yeah. As long as I'm sorry for doing it, and never talk about it again, there's nothing that anyone can blame me for, right? He didn't do anything wrong! Besides, how would my fate possibly change, just because I talked about that? Nothing was going to change. Yeah, at least nothing intentionally wrong. Nothing would change. Nothing would change, nothing would change. He's enjoying himself saying that. That's a creepy smile. If you're still half asleep, then go wash your face. I'd finally cheered up enough to smile, and Mum slapped me right back down. Now I was irritated again. A face wash doesn't wake me up, let me tell you how much. There wasn't much time left before I had to meet up with Rena. I frantically started to get ready to go to school. Have a good day. Watch out for cars. There are barely any cars to watch out for. That's exactly what I was thinking before I came up. In Hinamazawa anyway. I dashed out the front door. The morning air was far more refreshing than the water on my face. That's right, Keiichi Maibara. If you're sorry enough about it and reflect upon your mistakes, that's enough. Now let's pull yourself together and get to school, and return to fun, enjoyable days, where everyone laughs, plays, and just has a good time. I'll be nice to Satoko as an apology too. Or you should be anyway, you derp. Yeah, wasn't I supposed to be her Nini until Satoshi got back? Good morning. Keiichi-kun, she seems normal. Rena too looked nothing like she had yesterday when she had said that weird stuff. If I could only forget, then I could still act like nothing had happened. So I called out to her with all the energy I could muster. Hey! Morning, Rena. Early as usual today. Yeah, back to school. Morning. Good morning. There was little time before the same old morning homeroom began. But Satoko and Rika-chan were unusually absent. Oh, they're late. Maybe they went to play somewhere. However, looking over and seeing none of their things, so it looked like they really hadn't come to school. They're almost never late. Rena seemed to be enjoying herself thinking about what their excuse for being late would be. Mion said something nonsensical as well, imagining how funny the reason they were late must have been. I had only come to school to see their energetic faces, since I figured it would get rid of these feelings I have. But the load in my chest remained where it was. It wasn't very pleasant at all. I wonder why. Oh yay, we get to see her again. Good morning everyone. President, if you would. Everybody stand up. Our teacher finally arrived. Then, finally, I heard the pitter-patter of footsteps running down the hall. Clatter. Oh, it's Rika. Rika-chan was the first to run through the open door. She seems happy. And then Satoko didn't come. Oh. You're late, Fude-san. Where's Hojo-san? It was unusual for Rika-chan to be late, but equally unusual for Satoko, a ball of energy, to be absent at all. Everyone's eyes were wide at the series of strange events. Satoko might be a little bit late. Has she come down with something? The teacher walked over to Rika-chan and they started talking in hushed tones. Yeah, Rika-chan's late and Satoko is absent. I guess crazy things can happen. Oh, they definitely can. You're right. But I wonder what happened to Satoko-chan. Is she sick? Why now, when I most wanted to see Satoko's energetic face? The unease that had been building since last night tightened within my chest. Kei-chan, you worry too much. Sometimes girls of her age can't help but stay homesick. What? Mi-chan, you're not supposed to say that around boys. Oh, they're on the blob. Is that what it was meant to be? But no, they're too young. Mion laughed indecently. Normally, I would laugh along with her, but right now, I just didn't feel like it. But what could be wrong? Homeroom ended, and we went to talk to Rika-chan in the short time we had before first period started. Hey Rika-chan, you looked so sad, so very sad, when getting yelled at for being late. I'll make sure to pet you today. I was very aware of my gloom this morning, so I strove to keep my tone cheerful. I petted Rika-chan's head the same way she always did, but she didn't cheer up at all. Meep. What happened to Satoko? Did she get sick? For instance, she got a fever from playing around too much yesterday. If that had been her response, I would have accepted it in a flash. But no response? But the atmosphere around Rika-chan felt somehow heavy. It was a little weird, and actually made my unease worse. Hey, come on. There's certain things she can't talk to boys about. Kei-chan, back to your seat. Mion, acting just like a club president, pulled me back to my chair. Rika-chan's gaze immediately fell back to her desk, and she hung her head gloomily. Rika-chan had said something odd, that Satoko might be a little bit late. They were living together, weren't they? Then she would have known for sure. She wouldn't have said, might. I didn't understand why she was absent, and that made me all the more anxious. Damn it, what's going on today? It's like, we started off on the wrong foot, and it wasn't going to get any better. What's the matter, Keiichi-kun? You seem pretty down this morning. Rena noticed how I looked, and whispered to me while the teacher wasn't looking. Do I really seem that way? Yeah. Even Rena is starting to feel down just looking at you. I thought of jokingly saying, then don't look at me, but I didn't even feel like doing that. Is it something you can tell Rena? I don't know what you're worried about, but if I can help, then you can tell me, okay? I won't tease you. Rena said this, looking me straight in the eye. Until yesterday, nothing strange had happened, and it was a lot of fun. Rena's eyes widened for a moment, not understanding what I meant, but she remained silent and listened. It was peaceful and fun. Every day was lively. I never had any doubt things would stay that way forever. Yeah, you're right. Every day is fun. I'm sure today will be too. You sure? How do you know? I've had these thoughts as well, actually, when I was in school, and the final year was coming up. I was so nervous about everything and just depressed because I enjoyed school myself, and a lot of people in my year did. It was one of those years. You're sure? How do you know? Well. Rena, feeling perplexed, couldn't think of something to say. I didn't blame her. What I was trying to say seemed a little confusing, even to me. When I think about it, I've been anxious lately. Like maybe, since every day is fun, one day, all of a sudden, it will get really dark, like a light bulb turned off. Yeah, sometimes you don't notice things coming up to you, and then they just suddenly happen, and you just gotta get used to it straight away. It's hard sometimes. Yeah. Rena kind of understands how you feel. Rena nodded gently. We've always been taught that it wouldn't only be good things happening to us. Sometimes I'm scared of what's going on behind the fun. It's a little bit sad, but because of that, we learned how to do our best to make sure that the fun never stops. I see. So it's not a bad thing that you think our fun lives might not go on forever, Keiichi-kun. Kinda like... like if suddenly there was a volcanic eruption tomorrow and everyone died. Oh god. wait, that's terrible. If you were the only one who survived the catastrophe, Keiichi-kun, how would you feel? Well... grateful and depressed, both probably. How would I... I imagine myself being that sole survivor in the ruins of Hinamazawa. Rubble and the bodies of friends lying in heaps at my feet. It was such an abhorrent sight. Was it sadder that all my friends had died? Or was it sadder that I couldn't have died with them? I didn't know which, but I'd probably cry a lot. It'd probably break my heart. First, I think I'd cry. And then maybe you would think this. If this was my destiny, then I should have made sure every day before this was as fun as possible, so I had no regrets. I didn't want to consider such a horrible event to be my destiny, but I probably would think that. The fun times will end one day, and nobody knows when they will. It makes sense to live each day to the fullest so if it does happen tomorrow, you don't regret anything. Yeah. It's really hard to think like that. A lot of people take their everyday happiness for granted. They think tomorrow will be the same as today, so they leave things they could do today for tomorrow. They leave the kindness they could have shown today until tomorrow. Rena was usually cheerful and silly, but right now she wasn't like that at all. She was taking my troubles seriously. It was a little reassuring. But Keiichi-kun, you realised it. I think that's a wonderful thing. So that unease you have, I think you should keep it close to your heart. Keep my unease close? Yes. Everyone might die tomorrow in a big catastrophe, so you should be really nice to everyone today. So when the end really does come, you don't regret it. Do you do that, Rena? Live like you would have no regrets if everyone died tomorrow? Yep. It was such a hyperbolic conversation, but Rena just gave me a nonchalant nod of her head. Rena knows what it's like for the fun times to end overnight. She knows there's no proof tomorrow will be fun, even if today is. I'm living life to the fullest. It seemed like Rena perfectly understood all the anxiety I couldn't put into words. And on top of that, like a reliable teacher, she showed me what to do. Oh, hey, Keiichi Maibara, there's no need to cry now. Last night, I feel like I had a dream about Satoko. I don't remember what kind of dream it was, but ever since this morning, I felt anxious. Because you thought seeing Satoko-chan's energetic face would cheer you up? She was right on the money. If everyone had been here with smiles on their faces this morning, then the murk in my heart would have definitely been blown to smithereens. Then, if Satoko-chan arrives, you'll have to be nice to her. Actually, it's totally fine if you play your usual pranks on each other, as long as you're having fun. Yeah, you're right. So that even if these fun days come to an end, I'd have no regrets. I couldn't tell if what Rena told me had been comforting or just made me more anxious. But it was enough to make me think that if I saw Satoko again, I'd be honest with her. Yeah, gotta be nice to everyone in case there are. Or try to. Lunchtime arrived with everyone pushing their desks together like always. Satoko wasn't here. Despite that, we had bento boxes for 5 lined up on our desks. Rika-chan had made a bento for Satoko too. Was Satoko supposed to be here before lunch? Oh, Rika-chan was clearly acting strangely. We were talking to her, but it felt like she was too far away to hear us. I'd never seen Rika-chan so downcast. No, she's always happy. Look at her. So, the rest of us started feeling down too. Hey Rena. I understood what she had said before pretty well. When we were together, we were supposed to have lots of fun, so we wouldn't have any regrets if the world ended tomorrow. And yet, while I had just resolved myself to do it, now we can't all be together. What the hell? Because it was just so sudden, wasn't it? I mean, yesterday was fun, so who could believe it would all end today? No volcanoes had erupted, and no earthquakes or fires had happened either. The cicadas were making the same noises they did yesterday, and the sun remained bright in the sky. It was the same normal day as always. So then, why? As I pondered, Rena's chopsticks reached in front of my face and stole the fried chicken out of my bento. You shit! If no one else wants it, Rena will take it. Delicious. Rena tossed the entire piece into her mouth and began munching on it, her expression one of bliss. She's trying to lighten the mood a bit, isn't she? I'm such an old man. Rena got a leg up on me. Alright, this old man's taking this bit of steak here. Meep, all my food is gone except my rice. They stole all her food. Rika-chan, also behind the curve, smiled again and went for someone else's bento. As I sat there, dazed at how quickly everyone had changed. That was quick. Rena sent a wink over to me. Definitely lightening the mood. Come on, Keiichi-kun. Live life to the fullest. That way, if a volcano erupts tomorrow, it'll be okay. This is serious. I'll be damned if dried plums and rice are the only things I have left for lunch. I'm taking that meatball. I stuffed the meat into my mouth and constructed a clumsy smile. I played along as if trying to fool myself. But as I did, it rapidly became less and less of an act. Yay, they had fun after all. Satoko still wasn't here, but at some point we had regained our lively lunchtime. We had fun, we smiled, and we fooled around. Thanks everyone, this was definitely the best thing to do. This way, when Satoko suddenly dropped by, we could welcome her with our best smiles. The more I smiled, the more I felt the anxiety from this morning clearing away. Wasn't there a proverb that went something like, "Fortune comes in by a merry gate"? I'm trying to think what that actually means. So, okay. So, you welcome everything, that's the gate. With merriment, you're happy and welcoming. And fortune comes to you when you're happy. That's what it means, right? I would think. I think so. If it's true, then this old man will roll around the floor laughing 24/7. Rena thinks it's true. If you laugh every day, it'll be fun every day. Yeah. Rena has a way with words. Then, shall we try it out? Everyone took a deep breath, then brought their faces together, locking shoulders. And then... Everyone laughed uproariously from their stomachs, trying to laugh out all of the bad stuff accumulating in them. By the time our bento boxes were empty, everyone was right as rain. Oh, that's the end of the chapter part. Look how happy everyone is too. Even after all the sadness of the start of this chapter, they ended up being so happy and everything. And that was quite a short part too. The thing that worries me now is that whenever there's a short part in this game, or these games, however you look at it, the rest of the chapter is normally quite long, innit? But, I mean, 15 to 20 minutes is still a decent length for an episode if you're looking at other series, so what do you reckon? I think we'll cut it off here just to keep the pattern going. I think keeping the pattern going is the most important thing, or I might be overcomplicating it because I don't know how long it's going to be anyway. So, anyway, ignore the rambling. This has been GreenieXI. Hope you've enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you again in a bit when we go for the rest of chapter 5, and maybe we'll find out where Satoko has been. Maybe. Oh yeah, I did want to mention, a little while ago, a Blu-ray of Higurashi Season 1 came out. I was wondering, only in America though, probably Japan as well, but I was wondering if anyone knows if it's region locked or region free for the UK, because I would import it from America and get it. No questions asked if it was region free, but if not, I haven't got anything that can play it, so... An American copy, I mean. Anyway, thanks again for watching, folks. See you in a bit.